Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here we go. They go play action with Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Bengals at 1-7 now on the year. They've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Give them 17 and a Cincinnati first down. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Burrow will throw. This goes out wide from Mixon.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Here's Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available. Here we go. And put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Burrow picked off by a guy he won a ton. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
4 yards the pickup, first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
19, set.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Damian Pierce hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Brissett to throw on first. That's complete to Pierce. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
19, set. Hey, check.
A first down throw for Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And Cooks hands it over the middle. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is. And
he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
11. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right. Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it's the right time.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans are able to add on to their first-half lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
11 MT.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
On one, right?
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
12. 11. 12.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Mixon. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On third down, Burrow. Throw left. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Kill.
3rd and short yardage, Brissett. Open man there is Collins, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Don't worry.
Another one caught by Collins. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
On two, ready?
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Play action now. Brissett. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 12, Brissett. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. A huge play there for Houston. 48 yards. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run here with Pierce, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss.
Once more, it's Pierce. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here, not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want...
Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken at about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
I'm done.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now Burrow on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
11.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase.
Here we go.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete.
Here we go.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
11. Stop.
To the air again, Burrow. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 19. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now Burrow. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've got to run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Texans will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And he fires one that's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much, but at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
11, Thomas.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Devin Bush driving in and picking up the sack.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
11 MT paint. 11 MT paint.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very
On one, ready? 11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11.
First down. Here's Burrow. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, it's complete. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? Burrow will throw. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Brissett now on second down. This one finds Pierce on the out route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Pierce will try to pick it up. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that challenge, a successful one. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Pierce now up the middle, and he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage, and we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Desmond King picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Hey, check, go.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Going for it with Pierce.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Houston, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.